Welcome, Wealthers, to the Money Brew. I'm Kylie Sultana, your host, and today I have the beautiful Suzanne Walker, who, can I say, is the founder of Clear Path Accounting, an award-winning, innovative accounting firm who are in the goal achievement business. Yes, indeed you are. Their mission is to provide clients with clarity and direction that in turn empowers them to make bold and beneficial business decisions. You have a genuine belief, Suzanne, that accountants can make a profound impact on the lives of their clients, and you're committed to radically transforming the lives of your clients on a financial, personal and emotional level. I can definitely say you do that because you are our business coach. But not only that, Suzanne, you were Penrith Business Person of the Year for 2021. I feel like I'm in the presence of greatness. Thank you so much for coming today.
Well, thank you for having me, Kylie. I'm super proud to be here. It's exciting.
So I have had you on before, but this is first time we're doing video, so we're looking fabulous, if I do say so myself.
We've prepped ourselves.
So I really wanted to talk to you today about from a business perspective rather than your personal money perspective. And what some of the key financial metrics are that every business owner should be tracking. Let's just get straight into it, shall we?
Oh, look, I just think, you know, if revenue, they say revenue is vanity, but if that's all you count, there's only two things that you should really stick with. If it's too complicated for you, go revenue and then go net profit.
Yes.
Now the net profit, that's the scary bit. That's the bit that you keep. That's the real performance of a business.
Yep.
But I would probably pretty much guarantee that 98% of business owners do not know their net profit.
So when people first come to you, how would you measure the health of the business? What are the first things that you look at?
I find that really, really exciting because in a matter of minutes with me looking through the financials, I know it sounds really riveting, doesn't it?
But it is exciting.
But I can already see the issues in the business, how they're performing and the potential.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, let's go. If you're the right client for us, we will invest so much energy and professionalism to help you get where you need to go. But I just think, we've got this really great way of stepping back and looking into a business and then seeing the potential. And it's really, a lot of it is actually based on the business owner.
And I was just about to say, so what are some of the challenges that you face? So particularly with pricing strategies, and I know that was something for us as well that we had to work with.
Yeah.
Do you come across a lot of, is it opposition? Is that the word? And do you get a lot of pushback?
Okay, so generally no. So by the time, you know, we have a strategy, and I do recommend this for most businesses, unless you're retail, you want people coming through the door, but a professional service type business, really, we have quite a rigorous screening, I suppose, process. And before they even meet any of the accountants, we already know that client is ideal for Clear Path Accounting.
Okay.
And the first things we kind of do when we take on a client is we're testing the business owner for I don't know, it's really this drive. We're looking for the drive, the spark, the energy, the desire, the
kind of
openness.
Like a first date.
Yeah.
The first date, you're kind of looking for that.
Yeah.
That vavoom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then how well we connect.
Yeah.
Because we put so much time and energy into our clients, we want to work with the ones that we really, really love and that will respond really well to the way we work. And the first thing, I just love it, the first conversation is, you know, mostly it's like, how do I improve the business, Suzanne? And then my first thing, it's my most favourite thing, which you probably already know, is where's your pricing at?
Yes.
Because 90% of businesses are underpricing what they're worth. Yeah, so 90% of businesses are generally fearful. Well, the number one factor for stopping people from increasing prices is fear, number one.
And I think that comes to, as a business owner, because I know that happened with us as well, more so Anthony. I think I was the one saying to him, you're not charging enough. But I think after speaking to somebody outside of our business, and not me, obviously being his wife. He just thinks that I'm biased. But when he hears it from somebody else, it sort of gives him that validation that he is actually worth.
Yeah, that's
that.
right.
So I guess you would see that a lot with business owners as well.
Totally.
Like having like an expert tell them that you're not charging enough.
Yeah.
So you get to see a lot of light bulb moments where they.
Well, it's also, you know, when I usually quiz them about their pricing.
Yeah.
And then I'll put a figure out and go, can you charge that? And then most people will go, what? No. I have had a few clients that just said, they just say yes to everything.
Yeah.
So they kind of know they need the help.
Yeah.
And then we say double it.
Yeah.
They got to take a big gulp in. You know, well, are you sure? I'm positive.
Yeah.
Because we can see other businesses as well, don't forget. So we've got this little bit of inside knowledge. So when I say double it and someone does it, immediately I've got this one particular client that did it straight away.
Yeah.
No pushback whatsoever. And then he just started sitting up really tall. You know.
Wow.
So he had, you know, he was in business for 10 years and couldn't make that profitability that he just felt like he was just on this treadmill.
Yeah.
First meeting, we went through the numbers. I just said, double your price. And then I watched and then I look at his face.
And so where is he now as a result of doing that?
Oh, look, he's a completely different businessman.
Yeah.
The confidence that comes afterwards, I always say confidence comes after the fact. We're all waiting to be confident and then we're going to do it.
So it's a fake it till you make it.
It is the exact opposite. The confidence that comes with a business owner no one knows that, you know, he doubled his pricing.
Mm-hmm.
No one needs to know that. We don't need to scream that to the world.
Yeah.
But he was definitely underpricing for his business. So, he's just, wow, he's like, this is so great. I've got money in the bank. Now let's move on. So a lot of the time when a client comes in, they're looking at their numbers only and they're like, oh, the cash, and then everything's about tax and cash and profit, and then they don't even look at the vision of the business.
Yeah, because they get too deep in I need to get money in, and it turns into that vicious cycle. So you're kind of like on the hamster wheel. So you're like, oh, I've got to get more money in. So you're just kind of hustling to get more clients and you're kind of not looking at the big picture. And again, from personal experience, that's exactly what happened to us. And I just praise the Lord for the day that you walked into our life, because it is seriously life-changing. And I know a lot of people talk about their accountants and how, you know, they kind of don't help them with all these things. So I wanted to backtrack a little bit onto what made you step out into the coaching kind of foray, like from moving from accounting into coaching.
So obviously I've been an accountant for, dare I say it, 25, nearly 30 years.
You're not that old. Rubbish.
So and I did work for a traditional accountant back in the day.
Yeah.
But I just felt I knew clients needed more. They wanted more, but they just didn't know where to get it from.
Yeah.
So when I started Clear Path Accounting, obviously the compliance side comes with the territory.
Yeah.
But we use that as a real learning tool to learn about the business deeply.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just decided that's it. I need to provide more support. That's how we can stand out as an accountant. So basically with compliance, there's a lot of automation with Xero and all your softwares linking together. And I love the efficiency of that.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely love it, because now my team can come out from behind the computer and actually have a conversation with their clients multiple times. You know, it could be at least once a month. And if we, and it could be, you know, more than that if necessary. So they're coming out behind the computer, the compliance side, and they're using that information to guide a business forward, every movement forward. And to revolutionise in a business, it's really just the ongoing small changes. It's usually not that one big thing that can just go, wow, I've changed the business, this is great. Yep. It's ongoing.
It's the 1%ers.
The 1%ers.
All the little 1%ers, exactly.
1%ers. Yeah, so I love the relationships we build. It's kind of like, you know, the doctor-patient relationship. We literally know everything about your life. but we just love it.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Think about it?
You know I know a lot about your life.
Yeah, I know you know everything. Shh, don't tell Anthony.
Yeah.
So back to pricing. So what would be an effective pricing strategy that can balance competitiveness and profitability? How would you get someone to look at that?
So, yeah, really great question. For me, and I recommend this for my other clients, if you know your competitors' pricing, you have to be above that straight away. Small business should never, ever compete on price.
No.
Ever.
I agree.
So compete on service, compete on quality, something like that, but not price. Take that out of the equation. So looking at the pricing, there's a really great chart that I have access to, and, I've shared it with you as well, that actually shows that when we put our price up, we can afford to lose a certain percentage of clients before it impacts the business. So when I explain that to a client, it's just like, oh, okay, well, maybe I can. It won't be so bad if I lose, a couple of clients. We don't want it to be too dramatic, and if it is, we'll wind it back again.
Yep.
But I'm going to say, be playful. Play with it.
Yes.
Don't be serious. Play with your pricing.
Yes, I agree.
Test it out. If you don't get any pushback, you are 100% too cheap for what your services are. Yes. Now, it's your job as a salesperson to portray the value or sell the value of your services. That's what they want to make sure they've made the right decision by investing in you. And your job as a salesperson or the owner of a business is to ensure that they don't regret that decision. That's your one job. So if you've got collateral in place and information in place, and you have an interview process, especially for service-based businesses, whatever that is that, then you're portraying value every time.
Exactly.
But also, I don't know what type of shopper you are, Kylie. A really good one, I know you are. But when I shop, I do not ever buy the lowest.
No.
Or the second lowest or the third lowest. I'm usually probably around about the second from the top. So just remember what type of buyer you are, and at least price the same as that. The same as that.
Well, and it's proven true for us because obviously we increased our prices. You're our business coach, disclosure. We did increase our prices, but I think it's left us available to work with the kind of clients that we want to work with. And those people that are driven by price are obviously not the right clients for us because they don't value the service that we give. So I love those strategies. And something that really did help us as well, I just want to get into the Millionaire Mindset. So you started a Millionaire Mindset. Is it a program course for women? So I come along to the very first sessions of those, and it was great for our business, but more for me personally to step up and realise that I do have a lot of value to give, and it actually inspired me to relaunch this podcast and do all these sort of things. So can you tell us a little bit about that and the new one that you've got coming up?
Okay, so the Millionaire Mindset for Women in Business, because I have a business coach as well, so I need to be held accountable and make the ongoing changes in my business as well. So, but we work really, really amazing. I just love I love the man. So
yes, he's amazing,
and he really does kick my ass if necessary, which is great. But there was two things that we launched the Millionaire Mindset for Women in Business. There was two facts that I read and I thought, oh wow. So one of them is less than 4% of businesses owned by women here in Australia reach the $1 million mark revenue.
Wow,
mark.
4%.
4%.
Wow.
Less. So, that was the Australian Bureau of Statistics 2018. Now, I know that's 5 years ago, but even if it doubled.
But it would probably be less because of COVID.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. Even if it was doubled by now, it's still less than 10%.
Yeah, wow. That's low.
Less than 4% of businesses owned by women reach the $1 million mark. And I thought, wow, why is this? Why? Yeah. Are we choosing to be small? Are we putting everybody else first? Are we waiting for, I don't know, our families to grow up a little bit before we significantly
Put
invest
ourselves
in
out
ourselves,
there. Yeah.
which is what I did. I
Yeah.
waited till our youngest Lucy finished school before I started ClearPath Accounting. And then I read a poem, and it said, there comes a time in the life of a woman when she no longer plays small so others can feel big. And when I put those two together, I just said to Chris, I want to do this. I just want to do this millionaire mindset for women in business. I hate that statistic. We can
do better.
launch ourselves. We can, gain the confidence. Is it confidence as well that was stopping women? And so I thought, that's it. We're going to launch this. And we had 4 weeks, right? We need to get bums on seats. So I just wrote to, we developed the program, and then I wrote to, everyone I knew, and then I just started picking up the phone, get here, come on, let's go. And every woman's like, why would you pick me? Oh my goodness, this is not, no, I don't deserve to be in the room.
I was
hello,
one of those.
Kylie.
Yes. Hello,
Are
Kylie.
you sure that's not really for me. I'm way smaller than this, or I don't deserve to be here. I'm not this big businesswoman. And there was, don't get me wrong, there's multiple women in that room with
amazing women, yeah.
But they had over $1 million in revenue anyway. But it was more the mindset. What are they looking for? And it was the confidence piece, really.
Yeah.
So to back themselves 100%, act quickly on every change that they make in the business, know kind of what the theory behind a really good business structure looks like. Remove the fear away from numbers. So, I find numbers exciting, but only because I chase the improvement every time.
Yeah.
So, we developed this Millionaire Mindset for Women in Business. So we've had 2 programs so far. Each program, so there was 7 in the first one, 7 in the second one. And with the first program, we had a combined $2.5 million profit improvement in the first group.
Amazing.
Also $2.5 million profit improvement in the second group. So we're like, well, this is great. And we do one part of the Millionaire Mindset program is a one-on-one meeting with the owners, and we go through your numbers and we pick 3 to 5 action points.
Yes.
If you do these 3 to 5 action points, here is the result.
And that's what I loved about the program. It's super easy. You're really nervous about it because someone's looking at your numbers, and even though we are in a numbers business, when someone looks at your business numbers, you're kind of a little bit apprehensive, but there was no judgment. It was just, here it is. Here's 3 easy things you can do, implement them, and this is the bottom line. This is how much you'll improve the business. And we did that. And
you're going great guns.
We're going great guns. We've hired an advisor, and
you got 2 more employees.
We have. It's been amazing.
Yeah.
It's been amazing. And back to the Millionaire Mindset for Women, what I loved as well about walking into that room with those women is when I think it was the first one we shared about who we were and everything. And a couple of the women that I really looked up to as business women in the area said that they were intimidated that I was going to be in the room. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, seriously? So they're like, oh my God, we see you as this amazing person. So being in a room with women that you admire, saying that they admire you does amazing things for your self-confidence. So,
well, we're always questioning ourselves,
of course,
aren't we?
yeah,
and then we have an image to portray and all of that type of thing.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we're all there.
We all do it.
And we
all
still
do it.
constantly are. So I cried the first time I had to make a phone call. So, and people always think, oh, you're so confident, Suzanne. I too are the fake it till you make it. This is all new. And I burst into tears. I said, I can't do this. This is just, no one's going to buy it. I still have the same, I go through the same process as everybody else.
Yeah.
But I picked up the phone and I called one lady. I knew she was going to say yes. And I thought, I'll do the easy one first.
Just to get that.
But yeah, so we were, and it is, I suppose a risk for people to join up in a program. However, our guarantee is that if you don't get at least what you paid for it in that 8-9 weeks, then we will coach you for free until you do.
And that
is our, and I can tell you, I've already measured all of the businesses that were there. Is it even a year ago? No, 10 months ago, I think.
I can't remember.
Yeah. Amazing results. 238% profit improvement.
That's amazing.
98% profit improvement. 49% profit improvement. 28% profit
That's
improvement.
amazing.
I mean, these are bottom figures.
Yeah.
This is the bottom line, the most essential figure
Yeah.
in your business. So then we were approached a couple of times by men.
Yes.
So we're like, well, how come it's only for
That's
the
right.
women?
And that brings me to, so now you have
Yeah. So we've got a Millionaire Mindset ready to be launched for men in business. So that starts on the 22nd of August. It's an 8-week program. And again, we will absolutely guarantee if you do not get a return on your money, we just find that so easy to it's not even a risk. There's no risk here.
Yeah.
So I will coach you. Chris will coach you. I mean, between the two of us, our experience is quite enormous.
It is.
Chris is a person who has, I explain him as a person who's lived 10 lives in one.
He's very, Chris is a very calming force, isn't he? He's very zen and very, he's very, I can't find the word to be around. He's comfortable to be around. Is that?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the right word.
But he's also a champion for women.
But he absolutely is. Yeah, absolutely is. And he's just, he is. He's a definite force.
Yeah,
you're both a force together. It's,
we
dynamic
do.
duo, I call it.
Yeah, thank you. And we do. We literally have so much fun doing it, So I'm like, righto, boys, let's go. I want to see what is this average improvement. So 359,000 profit improvement average per women business. So let's go, boys. I don't want to segregate or anything, but I've just got a competitive nature here.
So when it comes to the men and women, what do you find different, men and women in business? Do you find that men are a little bit more apprehensive and a little bit more closed up, a little less willing to share?
Not really the men I work with. So yeah, obviously the screening process is really great. So it was funny because I was talking to, I can't remember who I was talking to. I think it was another client. And I said, it's funny that people that we've attracted at ClearPath Accounting are generally the alpha female. And then the more intelligent and sensitive men. So, and that combination works really well for us. So I'm guessing that's going to be the type of, man that's going to be part of the Millionaire Mindset. And we've got some really, really great men joining this time. We've still got some seats available. So that's
awesome.
Please go to our website.
Yes. And I mean, self-development is such an important part of business as well. Yeah. So, and I know Anthony's going to be at that.
Yes, that's right.
So I'm really excited that he's going to be there. And I believe we're sending Seago along as well.
Yes.
So both boys from Creo Wealth are going to be there. Yeah. So that's going to be
and watch
interesting.
That space. I'm interested to see the difference of when people walk into the room.
Yes.
To the difference when they walk in walk out 8 weeks later. I know it was quite transformational with women both times. And I'm just really excited for the men. And I think, why would we do it separate? We've been asked that question as well. We know as women we open up a lot more without being around men. And it's nothing against men. I love them.
Yes.
I love them dearly. I just think you can be more open and be yourselves. And then the women, now we've got this group that have amazing friendships. They support each other. They share their wins.
Yes.
So why can't we create that for these men as well? So,
I agree. Yeah. And yes, amazing friendships. There was some amazing women in that group.
Yeah.
So Suzanne, to wrap up.
Yeah.
What would be your top 3 tips for business owners that are looking to grow their business, that they're kind of stuck in that little, kind of like what we were, I guess. You're scared to hire somebody or a salesperson to take that next step because you're like, oh, that's going to cost that much. What's your top 3 tips for those people?
So I'm going to say, well, the first one is very obvious, is find your champion, find your motivator, find someone who sparks that fire. You started your business for a reason. So go back and remember, find that person to help you remember what that reason was. And then, it's really about motivation.
Mm-hmm.
So, a business coach, an accountant, a best friend, a financial advisor, whoever it is, they'll have a fire. It'll spark the fire in you.
Mm-hmm.
Find that person and work with them.
Yes.
Share the information, as much information with them as you possibly can, because you're going to get their experience.
That's right. And they're going to champion for you. So that's why you chose them.
Yeah.
Love it.
And I'll go into a story why I walked up to you that day.
Okay.
She's nervous now.
She's stalking me. That's okay.
I'm going to say get your team involved.
Mm-hmm.
So and that can be like meeting routine. It could be the morning huddle for me as experience. Revolutionize the momentum of our team. Now I do have an extraordinary team.
You do, yes.
Really do. And they're 100%, they back me 100%. However, it was the morning huddle that just started driving us every day, because every day we're huddled around this whiteboard. Yes, an old-fashioned whiteboard.
Yes.
Why? Because it stares you in the face every day. And we've got, each team member is responsible for reporting a particular number on that whiteboard every day. It's not coming from me. And so that morning huddle happens rain, hail, shine, whether I'm there every single day.
Yep.
And the drive that comes from the team. Now, also sharing your numbers with the team. So your team are going to have a perspective about you and your business anyway.
Yes,
so why not share the real picture? You don't have to share every number. The ones that they have the ability to input and change and drive. Yes. Share those numbers.
Transparency. I totally agree with that. Yeah. Yep.
And what else? I would say choose your top 5 numbers to monitor. Don't overcomplicate it. But it might be your revenue. It might be a daily target. Count down that target every day. And then suddenly the team starts coming up with ideas. Quickly, we've got 3 days left. We need to find $5,000. Quick, what else can we do?
Yep.
So they're coming up with the solutions. It could be average hourly rate that you charge. It could be the number of new clients in the dentistry chair. It could be, choose your 5 key numbers.
Yep.
Get your accountant to help you with that. So champion, share it with your team, choose your top 5 numbers. Don't make it overly complicated.
Love it.
And then go for it.
Love it. Well, I've done those.
You have.
Thanks to you.
And how are you going with that?
Yeah, really good. Thank you. So why you're going to tell me why you walked up to me?
So as you know, I met you at the Penrith Valley Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, you did.
Really great chamber, by the way.
It is amazing,
so just a bit of I am also the vice president, so I'm going to throw that in there. But wow, what a great, way to meet people that are going through exactly the same thing, sharing the same worries as you. We're all the same. The chassis of a business is exactly the same, whether you are, no matter what trade you're in, what business you're in. The core of running a business is the same. So we're facing the same issues as business owners. So Penrith Valley Chamber of Commerce, see you there. So I saw you standing at the back of a room in one of the events, and I thought, I had met you once or twice, I think. So I thought, there's something wrong with this lady, because you weren't standing up straight. You were really huddled over the table. You're actually in pain. And my first words to you was, "Hi, Kylie, how are you? Are you okay?" Do you remember that?
I think I do.
Yeah, and you said, "Well, actually, I'm in a lot of pain." And then I just said, "Do you want to have a coffee? Do you want to talk about stuff? In your, And then you mentioned a couple of things. I'm just, really tired in the business, and whatever." And I said, "Well, let's just catch up for a coffee then." Yeah. Yeah. And then we just had a conversation. The rest is history.
The rest is history, yes. Is that the coffee we had up at Glenbrook? I remember that day.
It was at the near the coffee club.
Oh, that's right, yeah. But I remember before that I come and had a coffee with you when I first joined the collective.
Right.
In the chamber, getting to know everyone. And I came up and I remember going home and saying to Anthony, "I like that woman." I said, I'm gonna work with her.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
Yeah, and then I think about 6, it was not that long after we had that conversation
Coffee. Yeah,
at
that's
Coffee
right.
Club, and
Yeah.
we started the process.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
thank you. So you've helped us grow the business. We've implemented everything that you've told us, and that you've recommended, not told us, a very gentle way.
Am I? Sometimes I can get really tough.
No, but I think we needed it. We
Yeah.
needed it. And I think being in business with your partner as well is kind of hard because you're so close to each other, and it's,
That's the
the
hardest
love,
business
money,
model.
it all kind
Really
of gets
is.
into,
Yeah.
it all gets interweaved, and it's,
Yeah.
And you're right. When I did meet you that first time, I was over the business because I wanted to grow and I could see the end plan, and Anthony just loves what he does, and kind of I couldn't get him to employ someone else. But now that we have, we're just not looking back.
Yeah.
It's just
A
full
lot of
steam
people
ahead.
don't know how to grow it. So
Yeah, and that's why I just wanted to get you on again to talk about that and to let people know that, well, you see people and you think that they're successful, they still do struggle and they still do
Of course.
need help. So we all need help every now and then.
Yeah.
And I will sing your praises until
Oh, thank you,
the
darling.
cows come rolling home. Because it's true, you do need a champion, and you are definitely Creo Wealth's champion,
Yeah.
my champion.
Yeah,
You're
thank you,
mine. You're
Kylie.
mine.
And
You
I
can't
love
have
working
anyone else.
with you
I
and
know.
Anthony. You
It's a
know
bit of
I
a
do.
love
So
fest
it
now,
is.
isn't it? Love you, darling. So, Suzanne, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Sorry, I just want to finish. When is the Millionaire Mindset for Men kicking off? again?
22nd
Of
of August. So
and
is that
how?
2 weeks' time?
How can they?
Go into our website,
Yes.
clearpathaccounting.com.au. You will see this big yellow line,
Yes.
Millionaire Mindset for Men in Business.
Awesome.
Put yourself out there.
Yes.
Back yourself 100% because there is no risk. Because if
Do
you
it.
don't get it, your money's worth, I guarantee you will.
Do it.
There's no such
Even-
thing. There's just no such thing.
No, that's
You'll
right.
have so much fun. You'll find the energy again in the business. You'll know exactly how to grow your business.
Love
You
it.
will learn so much information that you probably don't know what to do with all of it. So it is heavy in content,
Yes.
but we want to give you the knowledge first.
Exactly.
It will take some time for you to implement, but we give you a little bit of homework each week. And implement just 1 or 2 of those things,
Everyone.
and then watch it. Just watch your business.
And you kind of store that information for when you need it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You
It's
can't
kind of,
unlearn
and then
it.
you're like, oh, that's right.
Yes.
And then you,
Yeah. Yeah.
So thank you.
My
again,
pleasure.
Suzanne.
Thanks for having me. It's
Oh,
super fun.
I love having you.
Thanks you.